Fulfilled prophecies given by Jesus Christ. As already announced in the video Prophecy from the Old Testament, the Basics, this video deals with prophecies that have already been fulfilled, that were given by Jesus Christ. In addition to confirmation by texts in the Bible, the major events were also confirmed historically and archaeologically. Due to the large number of prophecies, only a small selection is presented. Prophecies given by Jesus Christ. Prophecy circa 27 to 31 AD, the announcement of Jesus' death and resurrection. From that time forth began Jesus to show unto his disciples how that he must go unto Jerusalem, and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed, and be raised again the third day. Matthew 16:21. And while they abode in Galilee, Jesus said unto them, The Son of Man shall be betrayed into the hands of men, and they shall kill him, and the third day he shall be raised again. And they were exceedingly sorry. Matthew 17:22-23. Behold, we go up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man shall be betrayed unto the chief priests and unto the scribes, and they shall condemn him to death, and shall deliver him to the Gentiles to mock and to scourge, and to crucify him, and the third day he shall rise again. Matthew 20:18-19. The fulfillment was in year 31 AD, the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. And when they had crucified him, they parted his garments, casting lots upon them, what every man should take. Mark 15:24. And Jesus cried with a loud voice, and gave up the ghost. Mark 15:37. He said unto them, Be not affrighted, ye seek Jesus of Nazareth, which was crucified. He is risen, he is not here. Behold the place where they laid him. Mark 16:6. Now when Jesus was risen early the first day of the week, he appeared first to Mary Magdalene, out of whom he had cast 7 devils. Mark 16:9. After that he appeared in another form unto 2 of them as they walked, and went into the country. Mark 16:12. Afterward he appeared unto the 11 as they sat at meat, and upbraided them with their unbelief and hardness of heart, because they believed not them which had seen him after he was risen. Mark 16:14. Another prophecy from the year circa 27 to 31 AD. The meek will inherit the land. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Matthew 5:5. The fulfillment? Moses, the meekest, was raised from the dead and is already in heaven. Now the man Moses was very meek, above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. Numbers 12:3. Yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, The Lord rebuke thee. Jude 1:9. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias talking with him. Matthew 17:3. Another prophecy from the year 31 AD, the multitude of fishes. And he said unto them, Cast the net on the right side of the ship, and ye shall find. John 21:6. The fulfillment was in the year 31 AD, the multitude of fishes. They cast therefore, and now they were not able to draw it, for the multitude of fishes. John 21:6. Another prophecy from the year 31 AD. Jesus will appear to the disciples in Galilee, and go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead. And behold, he goes before you into Galilee. There shall ye see him. Lo, I have told you. Matthew 28:7. The fulfillment was in the year 31 AD. Jesus appeared to the disciples in Galilee. Then the 11 disciples went away into Galilee, into a mountain where Jesus had appointed them. And when they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. Matthew 28:16-17. Another prophecy from the year 31 AD, the location of the donkey in Jerusalem. And when they came nigh to Jerusalem, unto Bethphage and Bethany, at the Mount of Olives, he sendeth forth 2 of his disciples, and said unto them, Go your way into the village over against you, and as soon as ye be entered into it, ye shall find a colt tied, whereon never man sat. Loose him and bring him. Mark 11:1-2. The fulfillment was in the year 31 AD. The disciples find the donkey through the clue, and they went their way and found the colt tied by the door without in a place where two ways met, and they loose him. Mark 11:4. Another prophecy from the year 31 AD. The man with the water jug indicates the place of the Passover. And he sent forth 2 of his disciples, and said unto them, Go ye into the city, and there shall meet you a man bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him, and wheresoever he shall go in, say ye to the goodman of the house, The Master says, Where is the guest chamber, where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples? And he will show you a large upper room, furnished and prepared. There make ready for us. Mark 14:13-15. The fulfillment was in the year 31 AD. The disciples find the place where the Passover was to be celebrated. And his disciples went forth and came into the city, and found as he had said unto them, and they made ready the Passover. Mark 14:16. Another prophecy from the year 31 AD, the persecution of Christians. Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them ye shall scourge in your synagogues, and persecute them from city to city. Matthew 23:34. One of the fulfillments of this prophecy was in the year circa 36 AD, the persecution of the Christians by Saul. And Saul, yet breathing out threatenings and slaughter against the disciples of the Lord, went unto the high priest, and desired of him letters to Damascus to the synagogues, that if he found any of this way, whether they were man or woman, he might bring them bound unto Jerusalem. Acts 9:1-2. Which thing I also did in Jerusalem, and many of the saints did I shut up in prison, having received authority from the chief priests, and when they were put to death, I gave my voice against them. And I punished them oft in every synagogue, and compelled them to blaspheme. And being exceedingly mad against them, I persecuted them even unto strange cities. Acts 26:10-11. Another prophecy from the year 31 AD, the triple denial of Peter. And he said, I tell thee, Peter, the cock shall not crow this day, before that thou shalt twice deny that thou knowest me. Luke 22:34. The fulfillment was in the year 31 AD, the denial of Peter. And when they had kindled a fire in the midst of the hall, and were sat down together, Peter sat down among them. And a certain maid beheld him as he sat by the fire, and earnestly looked upon him, and said, This man was also with him. And he denied him, saying, Woman, I know him not. And after a little while another saw him, and said, Thou art also of them. And Peter said, Man, I am not. And about the space of 1 hour after another confidently affirmed, saying, Of a truth this fellow also was with him, for he is a Galilean. And Peter said, Man, I know not what thou sayest. And immediately, while he yet spake, the cock crew. And the Lord turned and looked upon Peter. And Peter remembered the word of the Lord, how he had said unto him, Before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. Luke 22:54-62. Another prophecy from the year 31 AD, the betrayal by Judas. I speak not of you all. I know whom I have chosen, but that the scripture may be fulfilled, he that eateth bread with me has lifted up his heel against me. John 13:18. He then, lying on Jesus' breast, said unto him, Lord, who is he? Jesus answered, He it is, to him I shall give a sop when I have dipped it. And when he had dipped the sop, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon. John 13:25-26. The fulfillment was in the year 31 AD, the betrayal by Judas. And while he yet spake, lo, Judas, one of the 12, came, and with him a great multitude with swords and staffs, from the chief priests and elders of the people. Matthew 26:47. But Jesus said unto him, Judas, betrayest thou the Son of Man with a kiss? Luke 22:48. Another prophecy from the year 31 AD, the destruction of Jerusalem. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee, How often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. Matthew 23:37-38. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Matthew 24:1-2. For the day shall come upon thee, that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee round, and keep thee in on every side, and shall lay thee even with the ground, and thy children within thee. And they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, because thou knowest not the time of thy visitation. Luke 19:43-44. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Luke 21:20. The fulfillment was in year 70 AD, the destruction of Jerusalem by the Roman Empire. Even today there are many prophecies that are being fulfilled right now before our eyes, and many have longed to see. For verily I say unto you, many prophets and righteous men have desired to see the things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear the things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Matthew 13:17. You too can see and hear the prophecies fulfilling right now before our eyes. For more information, see the video description. Do you listen to God's voice?